Baxter Yoga. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a dynamic sequence called dynamic arm circles. And way back in February of 2012 on our blog, Yoga for Healthy Aging, we described these arm circles to you in an article, and today I want to actually present it to you in video format, so you can read that blog if you want, February 14th, 2012, to get a little background information, and then try the practice with me today. So these arm circles have two variations. We're going to call one the front stroke and the other one the back stroke. The front stroke looks a little bit like freestyle swimming, and the back stroke looks a little bit like backstroke swimming at the shoulder joint. So the idea of the movement that we're going to do today is to release tension, increase the range of motion, and possibly even create a little strength around the shoulder joints. I would caution you that if you have a history of dislocation or previous shoulder injury, that you might want to watch this through first before making the decision on whether or not it's a good practice for you to try today. And if you decide not to do it, there's plenty of other videos on my YouTube channel for you to play around with instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little side view of this, and I will tell you that you can do one arm at a time, you can do two arms at a time, or you can alternate the arms, and I'll try to demonstrate each one of those for you now. So first we're going to start with the front stroke. And to do the front stroke, what I'm going to do is, again, like a freestyle movement in swimming or an overhand pitch in tennis or sports, ball throwing sports, I'm going to take my arm back, up, around, and down. So I'm going to call this the front stroke. And that's just one arm moving. Now I could end in the other arm alternating, so it looks a little bit more like you would swim the freestyle stroke in swimming. And then it's a little more challenging, but you could do both arms at the same time. It looks a little bit more like the butterfly stroke in swimming. And depending on your range of motion, your circles might be bigger or smaller than the ones that I'm showing you today. And usually I'll do that for around 6 rotations, maybe more, depends on how it feels for you. And I would do equal numbers on both sides or with both arms. So that's the front stroke. And now I'd like to show you the backstroke version, in which the arm goes forward, up alongside the head, and then back and down. Do that a few times for you. So you can do that individually just on that one side. Or you could alternate the arms, one arm going and then the other, a little bit like the actual backstroke in swimming. And then more challenging probably is to do them both at the same time. And I'm feeling a little bit of restriction in my left shoulder, where I had some difficulties about a year or so ago with a little bit of frozen shoulder in that area. So you just kind of see where you can take things. Obviously, when both arms are moving at the same time, it limits the amount of side-to-side rotation your chest can do, which, if you notice, if I don't move my chest, the circle looks that big. If I let my chest move a little bit, it looks a little bit more like a complete circle. So those are the dynamic arm circles, today's dynamic mini vinyasa. I hope you enjoyed that. Play around with that in your practice. It's a great warm-up for other things that you might do in your yoga practice. So especially if you carry a lot of tension in the shoulders, try that before you do your actual asana practice, and it could allow you to have a little more mobility when you get to those challenging poses. So that's it for today. Please follow me online at baxterbell.com. Also, don't forget about the blog site Yoga for Healthy Aging, February 14th, 2012 entry. We'll link nicely with today's work. And then also check out Yoga U online, where I have both practices there and also some lectures I've done over the years as well. So until the next time, namaste.